Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You know what it is, you know what it do, period. Today I'm reacting to how these Namibian men played you guys, how they scruffed you, how they left you there, everything all in one. I think like I only read like one or two, I don't quite remember. So like we are going to be listening to them for the first time, like both of us. So unless you sent it, and of course everyone who sent through their stuff is anonymous. I literally don't even remember who sent through what, cause let me show you. That's the first note. There are two notes and there are a lot of stories, and I'm so excited. If you want me to do a part 2, DM me your story on Instagram at Josie Hi. You know what it is already, at Josie Hi. We're trying to grow on Instagram, so please go follow. You can DM them on Instagram at Josie Hi, or you can send them to my email, which is in the description. You have to subject your email like Namibian Men Horror Story, so I know it's that. Yeah, without further ado, please don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment. You know the things, man. So I met this guy sometime last year during lockdown in town. I met him with a friend of his who I knew, but at the time I didn't really pay attention to him because I was irritated by them. I was minding my own business, listening to music, then boom, a car stops me. I'm thinking I'm about to be robbed or something, but anyway, let me continue. So we kept talking, and I'd see him sometimes when he felt like being seen. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. when he felt like being seen, my dear. There was an incident one day where he saw me and he ran away.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Then I asked why. He said he was shy, but then he forgot that he told me he was busy at home completing his research. But I found out from my friend that he had been there chilling with his friends, and all while telling me something else. I knew he was gonna be there the day he ran. We intentionally stood outside when he pulled up. He didn't see me till he was in the yard. Then he ran and used another entrance. Actually, what is wrong with this man and running? So this year, he told me he was never coming back, Kucha. He was going to his home country. Oh, he's a foreigner. It's a foreigner. I was sad, obviously, because the guy I like is leaving for good. Sure. I cried, and to make it worse, he left on my birthday. I even got him a shirt because to me, I'm never seeing this spawn of Satan again. So tell me why months later my friend is on Tinder and finds his profile. I knew about the profile. Like, my eyes are tearing because this is funny. I knew about the profile, but when she sent the screenshots, there were more pictures and his bio was updated. I'm like, okay, maybe he did that from his home country, you know, because distance with Tinder, it shows location all over, but emphasis on the but. He was recently active and his location was 4 kilometers away. One thing about Tinder, guys, let me tell you, Tinder shows people who have been active within the last 7 days or something like that. So if you see your man on Tinder, you must know the man is active, my dear. He's active on the app. Well, let us continue. I was in shock, like, what? Huh? Me too. He said he was never coming back and even wants to start afresh and all that bull crap. He said, and I believed him like the fool I am. My dear, you are not a fool, he's the fool. I texted him and asked, so you are back? It's a response, but you aren't here. Oh, I think she meant to say he responded, but you aren't here. I don't know. What does my location have to do with your lie? I had traveled back home because I lost my mom. Then I had COVID after, so I was there for like a month. Sure. I told him that isn't what I asked. Then he says, I'm back. What's up? I keep talking to him because you know I'm a nice person and I had moved on at the time. I just don't like being lied to or blindsided. Same. Last week, homeboy says he will come see me. I'm like, I sharp, as long as it's before Friday evening, it's all Gucci, because I was going to go to my friend's house for the weekend. Tell me why when I texted Friday, because he obviously didn't show up, he said I'm going to sleep. I'm like, what? He even rephrased and says I'm going to bed. I was so defeated at this point. Number has been deleted. I'm not the 1, 2, or 3. Yes, my dear, I'm also not the 4. This man. Yo. I feel for you, Chomi, because what is this? Oof. On to the next one. Ooh. So after I matriculated, I got this other job in a shoe shop. It was going well until the manager, who was 27 at the time, started wanting me. I was 18.
Lock his ass up! Lock his ass up! You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Things got super weird, but I liked when he called me in for more shifts because it meant more money. Get your money, girl. Eventually, my contract ended and he would call me at 2-3 a.m. stuff, telling me he misses me and he wants to see me. There was even the time he called me saying, "Come out, I'm in your street." Lucky he didn't specifically know where I stayed. I avoided going back to that shop. One day I saw him in the mall and I legit ran. I don't blame you. Fast forward to 2021, I was in a particular pharmacy and homeboy was working there as a manager. He was working as a manager. He apologized for everything and claimed he was young and dumb, but now he knows better. I said, cool, we exchanged numbers again, and guess what? The BS started. Luckily, he moved to another region. I blocked him. You see, this is the thing about men. Why are you 27 and wanting an 18-year-old? Creep. And I know he was young. Young, but 27 is not young, my dear. You're a grown man. A grown man. You see, this is why they go for younger ladies. They know people their age won't put up with their BS. So they go for the younger ones and try to manipulate them and play them. No, my dear. Next one says, Namibian men actually really do leave their girlfriends in window during August to go actually get married in the north. You are being told, where my mother died, I'm going to the funeral, shike. Yeah, my auntie, shike, yeah. And the person is going to get married. Married, my dear. Last year, July, I was seeing this guy. He was 26. The relationship was okay. We saw each other every day. We went on dates. We were always together and I got close to his mother. His mom and I were calling here and there. She really liked me. In 1 month later, he booked us into a beautiful lodge. It was so romantic. Roses on the bed, wine on ice and all that. He even got me flowers and my favorite chocolates. It was the best weekend ever. And also our last. Let me not laugh. Let me not laugh. Homeboy blocked me on everything after that and never called, texted or anything. I was heartbroken. I had really fallen for this guy. My heart was in pieces and I cried for months. I shame. His mom never picked up my calls. This year in July, guess who calls me? Tada, surprise, it's homeboy. With the lamest story ever. Apparently his entire family passed away in a car crash and that's why he blocked me, because he needed space to grieve. He never stopped thinking about me and he was calling to see if we could meet up and talk about our relationship. I laughed so hard, ended the call and blocked the mofo. Honestly, good for you, girl. Like, it's good you blocked him, because who do you think you are playing? Does it look like we are doing soccer here? There's no soccer here, my dear, for you to be playing people like this. And that's the thing with family members. When you come around, they are laughing with you, smiling. Oh, yes, Maria, no, Maria, Anna, Julia, all of them, they are being given the same treatment. You are not special, my dear. You just never know, honestly. Like, the people actually like you. Sometimes some people are like real straight up and you will know they don't like you. My ex wanted to have sex and I wasn't into it, so I showed as much via moving away and pushing him away. We ended up doing it regardless of how I felt, and now he has a rape kink. Ooh, suspicious behavior, that one, my dear. I'm so sorry you're forced into it. That honestly sucks. What is homeboy watching that is making him want to do such things? This guy ghosted me and called me after 6 months, acting like everything is all okay. This other guy broke into our house one day, literally searched for the room I was sleeping in and tried forcing himself on me. He didn't succeed though. I fought him and he eventually left. Still traumatized. I was just 13. Tabra. And then I remember I read this one because it was quite short, and I asked her if she knew the guy, and she said, the one that broke into our house, yes, I recognized the voice when he told me to shut up. Sure. This is very, very scary behavior. Very scary, and I hope like you told someone else about this so like people can watch him. Because if you're 13, he's probably also targeting other young children, you know. So I have a friend who's extremely thirsty for any kind of female validation. By the way, this friend is also extremely racist, homophobic, racist, and sexist, which I called him out for multiple times already. So one day this girl snaps me and I open the chat and complain that she always begs me for attention and that I don't want anything from her because she said she was 16 and I was 19 at the time. So this guy tells me that he got nudes from her and that she's actually 13. I never cancelled a friendship that fast in my life. This guy then talked crap about me to everyone for half a year and I lost a lot of friendships. Oh yeah, and the guy is 18. Why do you have nudes of a minor? Literally. That is very, very disturbing.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
So I dated this guy that literally made me feel like a sugar mama, lol. He would literally make me pay for everything, and I mean everything. And kept when he wanted me to come over. He literally made me pay for food, transport, everything. That guy left me broke and traumatized. You must have really liked this guy, my dear, because you're spending money on him. So I started seeing this guy 2018 around my birthday. Everything was fine. He spoiled me, everything. Okay, fine. So we went over to his place once or twice, nothing really happened. Okay, so a couple of visits later, things happened. Alright, everything was still fine, you know. Rainbows and unicorns. One night, the guy came, fetched me from my mother's house at 7 p.m. You know my mom is strict, right? So at 10, I have to be home. I have to be back home. Then we did what we had to do. Around 10 p.m. I tell him I need to go back home. Then he started going on and why you are HOE. Don't think I know these things about you. You sleep with so and so and I'm not taking you home. Oh, at that time this guy's place is in Tokeruk. There's no way I'm getting home, no cab money, and this man is refusing to take me home. So I'm asking my friend to tell her man to come fetch me. And at the time, my friend's man is this man's brother. The boyfriend says no, I come and know what I'm doing. And now me and my friend are talking, Kucha, this man is not going to take me. So this one ex of mine picked me up after I called him. So now this one is catching feelings because my ex came to fetch me, but he just left with me and didn't want to take me. It's not a horror story, but it was very traumatic. Yo! So it's like, he was like, okay, let me just sleep with her one more time before I tell her I know most what she's doing. Man, my dear. Man, this time it's 10 p.m. You are in Donkerhoek and you want to go back home. That time maybe your mother's been sitting in the sitting room waiting for you to come. Hell. I was working at this other place, so obviously eye candy there. This guy was handsome. Not anymore because when you stop liking someone, they become unattractive for some reason. True. This guy used to flirt with me. And the thing about us ladies, we know when a guy is flirting with us, he would offer to buy me stuff and so forth. And I go on his Facebook and I see he posts pictures and quotes about love and having a crush on someone. And in my head, I'm like, wow, that's all about me. He is in love with me. Chop me. Then one day he posts in a relationship. Now I'm confused. It was definitely not with me because he never got to that point with me. Just the flirting and the finessing me. The devil is a liar. Did this guy not start acting weird at work? I would talk to him, he would completely ignore me. He would walk past me without even greeting. I was like completely nothing to him after leading me on like that. That day I went home to cry, my people. You know that crying where you wake up with swollen eyes. When you wake up with swollen eyes, shoo. These men, I was so in love that I even used to dream that we are getting married. The girl was gone. Anyways, time passes and I've moved on. Then he tries to talk to me like nothing happened. No, really. They'll throw you away like you're nothing, my dear. You see them. You will see your boyfriend walking in town with his other girlfriend. And you'll be like, hi. I was talking to this other dude. The first time we spoke, he already sent me a dick pic. I don't know why this sign didn't tell me to stay away. I also don't know. We became fairly close. Then he caught feels. I was still talking to other guys because I'm single and he wasn't claiming me. He felt that we became distant and then on a sploof asked me to be his girlfriend. I said, let's take this crap slow. Damn. I came to Windhoek, we finally met and it was awkward AF. And then the next day he told me we should just be friends. Frankly, I thank God for helping me take the trash out because like that little pippy wasn't gonna do anything for me. He was cute though. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. Things that are like sort of a red flag. If he sends a dick pic, he starts talking about sex literally the moment you guys start chatting. Red flags. I met this guy on Tinder last year in February, basically before lockdown. He was deleting his account, so he asked me for my Instagram handle and I had no problem sharing it. I didn't give out my number to just anyone. I can give socials because it's easier to block and whatever. Weeks later, he also sent me a friend request on Facebook, which I found strange because why do you want to be connected on all socials? Huh? Why? You're wondering why this is relevant? Hold on to that thought. It will all make sense eventually. We hang out once at his place and that was the only time I actually had face-to-face interaction with him. We kept talking during lockdown. I mean, he was older, so I stupidly thought, you know what? He must be different from these guys in my age range, you know. But this one showed me the bumps of a snake. The bumps of a snake! Woo! Anyway, let me continue. So we kept talking during lockdown and his birthday came up. I stupidly got him cupcakes. We even spoke that day. He said he would pick me up after work that day. I'm like, I'd shop probably after 5 vibes or later because where I reside there is traffic during rush hour. I'm going to town that afternoon and on my way there I see the car he drives and I'm like, this looks like this guy's car. And then I looked at the number plate and it was his. I had to memorize it for the time we hang out, security reasons. I sent number plates and car models to friends whenever I go somewhere. I look up and we see each other, but he kept... I look up and we see each other, but he keeps driving and I'm like, he can't even stop to greet me, but it's cool. I'm seeing him later. I text to ask when he will come get them because I had no intention of leaving the house. Kama he lent his car to his housemate who really needed it because their car was down. So I'm like, I chop tomorrow morning then. Tell me why. On his IG story, he is still in the car. Driver's seat, not even passenger or back. No, he was driving. So I'm like, oh, okay. I shared the cupcake with his housemates. And pettiness at the time, I sent a picture on his IG saying my housemates say thank you for the cupcakes. I ate most of them though. They didn't even apologize for it. I let it go. I mean, I did get to eat the cupcake. We keep talking and sometimes there's a conversation about hanging out again, but it's all just conversation at that point. I'd already figured that I'll never see him again like that. December, we are still talking. When home came back by, he told me to let him know when I was back and I did, but still nothing. I stopped talking to him and deleted his number. Months passed and we talk again, but something tells me, hey, Wena, go check this nigga's Facebook, and I ignore it because why? What business do I have checking his wall? But it was still there, so I eventually go to check. I found what I was looking for. This man was engaged.
Wait a damn minute.
His woman didn't just drop like manna from heaven. No, she was there before. Cause why? Cause why? Cause you don't just wake up and you're suddenly engaged. It's a whole process. I had spoken to him 2 days prior the Facebook hunch. So this man is speaking to me while he has a whole fiance. Hi, bo. Hey, I got petty and DM'd him congratulations on his engagement. He left me on scene. Something happened on my end and he reached out and I appreciated it. So I've accepted that this is basically a married man. So one afternoon while I'm attending my online class, I'm watching Insta stories and his pops up and I watch. It's his wedding. First dance as a couple vibes. I tell my friends who know the situation and we laughed. I've never laughed so hard this year. Or maybe it was that laughter filled with pain, you know. I know that type of laughter because the account is private. Obviously, I took screen recordings and pictures to show those who didn't have access. I replied to his story and I was like, congratulations. He even replied, thank you, and liked the message, the end. You were dribbled, my dear. Dribbled right from the start. Okay, it's time for my story, my dear. I wasn't really dribbled. It's just... Men makes me sick. So I'm going to cut it short, but if you guys want a detailed one, let me know, my dear. So this man hits me up in the DMs most. I knew him before he hit me up in the DMs, but we never really had like face-to-face interactions, because my dear, I won't talk to you if you don't talk to me. Who are you? So he's like, yeah, no, you look familiar. And in my head, I'm like, sir, we have made eye contact multiple times on campus. Don't come with me with that nonsense. You know who I am. You know who I am. Okay. So he's like, you look familiar. I look familiar. What? Yes, I know I look familiar. So this man came with a story. Him and someone from school, someone from campus, were talking. They were not in a relationship or anything or that I know. They were just talking, man. Like, they were talking. I don't know how exactly how it played out, but they were talking. So I was like, hi, this one is already a red flag, because me, I don't play that nonsense. So I tell her, I guess who's in my DMs, my dear person. And then she was like, how good luck with that one. And I'm like, woo! I feel like a part of me just wanted to see what he wanted. What do you want? So yeah, he's talking, you know, his lame lines and whatever. Fast forward, man. I can't give the story away, because like, in case you guys wanted details, but I can provide it, but I can't give all the tea away. So like, he starts telling me, yeah, I liked you since 2019. So I'm like, did you just say that I looked familiar? So you knew right from the start who I am. Now you're trying to act smart here in the DMs. Yeah, he's like, no, you can even ask who. Like, I actually did like you, but like, because of now the person I knew, I could not approach you and stuff. And I'm like, you are lying, because men was like lying. I'm like, you are lying. And then it's like, if you think I'm lying, ask this guy. So I asked the guy confirms, Kucha, yeah, he talked about you and stuff, and I told then whatever. He asked me what's my opinion on sex before marriage. I tell him my opinion. Did this man's whole demeanor not change? He changed. He stopped responding. Men are trash. Men are trash, my dear. So yeah, we've reached the end of this video. Like I said, if you want me to do a part 2, please let me know, and actually submit your Namibian Men Horror Story, because you guys will like asking for things but you don't participate, and I'm asking you, now where must I get the things from? So please DM it to me. Don't send a voice note. Don't send a voice note, because I'm not going to type it out. Don't send a voice note. Please actually type it out so I just read, or you can email them to me using the email address. Just write Namibian Men Horror Story, and then we can do a part. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. I did. And please go follow me on my Instagram, because I'm really trying to grow my Instagram. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could go over there. And like I always say, don't forget to do the things that need to be done.